Okay, hello friends, welcome back. So, in the previous video, we saw that what is the MNIST dataset and what kind of data it provides, the image data it provides. It provides around 70,000 images. Out of 70,000, 60,000 we use for the training and 10,000 we use for the testing dataset. You know, the testing dataset is used to test after training your data, after preparing your model with the help of the training data. You have a model, you have a prediction formula. Based on that prediction formula, you just test the data which is available in the test set and you get the value, the output value from that test set data. And if that value which you are getting from the test set data, it is coming very close to what you want, to what your test set data contains, because test set data contains the features, which is the columns, and the output column, which is your predicted value which you are looking for. So if that matches to a certain extent, like 99%, 95%, 96%, whatever benchmark have you set, then you say that yes, your model is working fine and you don't need to train your model anymore. Otherwise, if there is a big difference in the predicted value and in the actual value that you have in your data set, in test data set, then in that case, we need to train it more. Okay. So 70,000 images, 60 out of which 60,000 used for training. So in the previous video, I told you that in this video, I mean, in the coming video, I will show you that how you can see the real images that are taken from the MNIST using the code. But for that, you need to have the Jupyter Lab installed on your system. So how you can install the Jupyter Lab? So first, let's see that. So if you want to install the Jupyter Lab, then you can come here. And this is the docs.jupyter.org. Okay, you can come here, docs.jupyter.org. If you open this, then you find out the this location, this page, and then you can go there, try Jupyter, and then here you can see what is the install and what is the use. Okay, let me first close these. Okay, so you can see install and use. What is what is the way you can install it and how you can use it. So if you click on this install and use, and if you come to this point installing the classic Jupyter Notebook interface, then you will be able to see that how you can install your Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so you can simply follow these steps: pip install, your pip, which is the package manager for the Python modules. So first of all, you need to install it, you need to upgrade it if you have the older version of pip, and after that you need to run this command pip3 install Jupyter. With this command, you will be able to install the Jupyter Notebook on your system. After installing the Jupyter Notebook on your system, you can run your Jupyter Notebook using the command line. How you can run it using the command line? You just need to run it up after opening the command prompt, and then you can type simply like Jupyter Jupyter and then Notebook. Okay. So after it starts running, then at this particular port 8888, it will start running. So I'm going to create one new, you can select this one, the new notebook. After you select this new notebook option, you can simply copy and paste whatever data you have with your, in your code, in your Visual Studio Code. So I need to come here, Visual Studio Code. So I just have to show you that how you can plot the images, how you can see the images which you are against which you are training your your model, right? So all these things till the beginning, I need to copy and I need to paste it. So I have opened it here. So I need to paste it here in the Jupyter Notebook. You need to run it. Everything is fine, so no issues. If you have any issues, then in that case it will give you the error. Suppose rather than TensorFlow, I give TensorFlow 1. Then in that case, when you run it, it will give you the error. It will give you the error at the line number 1. So it means that we are actually running our cells. These are the cells. So in the Jupyter, what happens that you can run individual cells. And in case of Python, if you have to run the entire program, then you need to every time run the entire piece of code. But with the help of the Jupyter Notebook, you just need to run your individual cell, right? Suppose if I run this program, if I make any changes in this program, then I need to run this program every time and every line will be executed again, right? But in case of Jupyter, it is very useful. It is very helpful for you to help you in case you have you don't have any other editor. Then in that case, Jupyter can really help you to run your programs faster, run your things faster, right? So why Jupyter Notebook is every time used? Because sometimes while training your machine learning model, it takes a lot of time. So in one cell, you can train your model, and after that, in the next cell, you don't need to run it again. Everything will be running, right? Everything will be remembered by this Jupyter Notebook. Like here, if I have executed this, and if in the new shell, if I write something else like this one, import pickle and this thing, all these X train, Y train, and this, all this data. We have understood this in the last video, so I'm not going to explain it again. So here I'm just going to copy paste it. And if you run it again, then you don't need to run the previous cell. The previous cell is already remembered by this Jupyter notebook. You just need to run the latest cell that you have, copy and pasted the code wherever you have copy and pasted the code, that particular cell you can run. You don't need to run it again, right? But in case of real program, if you run only this piece of code next time, it will not run. It will, ask for TensorFlow and everything. But since this is Jupyter notebook, and in the Jupyter notebook, it remembers, right, whatever your previous code was. So now you can see that we have X train, X test data, and we want to see, like what is the very first image that we are going to test, right? That we are going to use for training our model, right? So one test image and one training image, one or two training and test image we are going to see here, right? I must say you must need to do this kind of exercise at your own before you move ahead in the next video. And I must say that rather than the Visual Studio Code, if you really want to use the Jupyter Notebook, you are free to use, and I will recommend that you should use the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, and how to read the things, how to read the files, how to save the code, how to you know uh, do the different kind of settings, how to do the attachments. Even you can attach the data as well. Like if you have the CSV file, you can attach the CSV file to the Jupyter Notebook, and after that, using that attached file, you can train your model. Those kind of things even can be done, right? So here, if you come in the new cell, I just want to see the very first image that I'm going to use for training my model, right? So if you see here, let me come to the, yeah, let me come to the code that I have written. So you need to import this matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. I mean, this is the library using which you can, show the data on your screen, right? Or, image on your screen, or you can say the graph on your screen. Basically, this image is nothing but a graph only, right? Because it's a two-dimensional graph, just two-dimensional, coordinates are there, right? And in every coordinate, there is a pixel value, right? So you need to import this matplotlib.pyplot as PLT, and then plt.imshow, and then cmap is equal to gray. So you can go to any of the online sources, and you can understand the meaning of this imshow function. What does it do, and what is the meaning of this cmap, and then you can call the plt.show method. So once you call the plt.show method, then it will show you the real map, the real graph, which will be containing the real image data. Okay, so let me show the very first image in the training set. 0 is the index of the very first image. So I'm going to show you the very first image. So I need to just run this piece of code. I don't need to run the other cells. I just need to run this cell, because the previous cells, whatever they have done, that has been remembered, that has been noted down by the Jupyter notebook. So let me run this, and let me show you how your image, the very first image, looks like. Here you go. So this is the very first image which is used by the training set. So this is 5. If I use any random image like 10th image, let us see what is the 10th image. So 10th image is 3. Okay, let me see how does the 100th image looks like. So this is the 100th image. So I'm not sure what it is looking like. So something might it be resembling to. So now let me just use the 60,000. So 59,999. So this should be the image which has been used. This is the last image in the training set, because in the training set we are using the 60,000 images. So 59,999. This will be the last image in the training set. So this is the last image. This is 8 basically. See how it looking like. Okay. So similarly, if you want to see the data from the test set, then also you can do like test. And in the test set, you don't have this 5,999. If you give this, then it will give the error, index out of range error, right? So now what I will do, I will simply use the 9,999. This is the index of the 10,000th image in your test set. So let us see what is the test set image. Okay, so this is 6. So 6 is the image. So this is how you can use your Jupyter notebook to use your machine learning code that you are learning. And just to show the images, because we are working on the images, I must have to do this before I proceed further. So I will just focus in this video. I will keep my focus in this video up to this point only, like just using the Jupyter notebook and how you can see, how you can visualize the images that you are using for the training and the testing purposes. So I would like to stop it here only. In the next video, we will understand the other part, which is the loss function. So we will understand the meaning of the loss function. What is the loss function? Okay, so that we are going to discuss in the next video. And apart from the loss function, we will be understanding the uh, you know uh, what is the meaning of convergence, what is the meaning of feature scaling, what is the meaning of reshaping, because we are reshaping our images. In the previous video you also have seen, like we reshaped our images. So why we do reshaping, what is the meaning of feature scaling, why we need to do the feature scaling, all these things we are going to discuss in the coming video. So till then, have a nice day and bye bye. Thank you.